Myself Satish Gowda, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Government First Grade College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Sira. Dear students, in this session, I would like to discuss about diseases of poultry fowls. This is a last bit of a topic in Unit 7, that is poultry. So the topic diseases of poultry fowls belongs to 3rd BSc 6th semester zoology, paper 7 applied zoology, and it is prescribed by the Tumkur University. Students, in this session I would like to discuss about 4 important diseases of poultry fowls. They are Rannicate disease, fowl pox, avian leukosis, coccidiosis. So these 4 major diseases of poultry that we will discuss in detail one by one. Coming to the first one, that is Rannicate disease. This Rannicate disease is a viral disease. This Rannicate disease is also called as Newcastle disease, and this disease is a contagious viral bird disease and caused by Newcastle disease virus, that is NDV, Newcastle disease virus. So the Rannicate disease is caused by the virus NDV, Newcastle disease virus. It is a transmissible to humans, and it was first identified in Java, Indonesia and Newcastle in England. Hence the name virus as Newcastle disease virus, NDV. Then how this Rannicate disease transmit, that is about mode of transmission. Coming to the mode of transmission, Rannicate disease is spread primarily through direct contact between healthy birds and the infected birds. The disease is transmitted through infected birds, droppings and secretions from nose, mouth and eyes, direct contact with fecus and respiratory secretions, and also this disease transmitted by indirect method through food, water, equipment, human clothing, etc. This is how the Rannicate disease spread from one fowl to other fowl, or one bird to other bird, even though from bird to human beings. And what are the symptoms? Regarding symptoms of this Rannicate disease concerned, the major one is sleepiness. Here the birds are going always exhibit sleepiness, a symptom, and loss of appetite, then difficulty in breathing, so they are suffering from breathing sickness, dropping wings, then twisting of head and neck, then complete paralysis. Sometimes a complete paralysis may occur, and swelling of the tissues around the eyes and neck, then greenish watery diarrhea. So diarrhea contains greenish watery matter, then rough or thin shelled eggs and reduced egg production. So in egg production, it reduces the productivity of eggs also. So these are all some important symptoms of a disease Rannicate. Now the prevention and control measures of this disease. So how we have to eradicate or we have to prevent this disease? So there are some preventive measures methods, they are eradication of infected birds is the best method of controlling the disease. So we have to eradicate from the group of healthy fowls, we have to eradicate the infected birds. That is the best method to control this disease. And second one is clean and scrub the disinfected and disinfect poultry equipment. So if the equipments are infected, we have to disinfect the poultry equipments by cleaning and scrubbing. Poultry house also we have to disinfect on regular basis by cleaning method. And never raise chickens of any age on older litter used by previous flock of birds. So we should avoid the older litter, and by avoiding or removing this older litter, we can easily prevent the disease ranicate. And the new birds should not be introduced immediately with the existing flock. And do not allow visitors to poultry house, since they can transfer diseases from one flock to another through their clothing, shoes and unwashed hands. Unwashed hands. And there are other preventive measures of the disease. They are birds should be fed with nutritional food. Means nutritious food should feed the birds. Provide good ventilation and space for chickens. Properly dispose of all dead birds and old litter. As I told earlier, that should be maintained properly. Dispose of all dead birds, even infected birds and old litter after rearing. They keep all the sick chickens away from the flock. Then it is also important to control arthropods, especially mites. The disease can be prevented by vaccinating one-day-old chicks by dropping anti-vaccine in eyes and nostrils. So this is another one we can prevent and control the disease of ranicate, and also prevent other birds like sparrow, pigeons and wild birds from coming in contact with poultry birds. So this is very important. So other than poultry birds, the birds like sparrow, pigeons and wild birds are coming towards the poultry houses. So this should be avoided. By doing all these, by maintaining and doing all these methods, by adopting these methods, we can easily prevent and control the disease, ranicate. This is about ranicate disease. Now coming to the second one, that is fowl pox. Fowl pox is also a viral disease which is caused by fowl pox virus or AV pox virus. So these are the two viruses which cause the fowl pox. The viruses are fowl pox virus or AV pox virus. And this is a worldwide disease that can be transmitted by direct or indirect contact as well as through biting insects. And it is a commonly affects poultry such as chickens and turkeys. And regarding symptoms of this disease concerned, appearance of wart on comb and wattles, yellow cheesy discharge from eyes and nostrils. Chickens with fowl pox will often exhibit A drop in egg production means drastically reduce in egg production, as well as they completely stop or drop the egg production. Loss of appetite or weight loss, and lesions inside the mouth and throat are also occur. This is called wet fowl pox. So these are the few symptoms of this fowl pox disease. Then mode of transmission. How this disease is spread from one to other. There are three possible ways in which the virus can be spread. They are: commonly the virus is spread from infected wound of the fowl and enters its next victim through skin wounds. Normally, healthy skin will act as an effective barrier to fowlpox virus. This is the one way, and the other is biting insects can carry the virus from one bird to other, and this is the other way. Then the third way of spreading this disease is pox viruses that infect mammals can be spread through the air and infect bird, and these are the three modes of possible ways of spreading the disease fowlpox. And prevention and control measures. So how we can control this disease? So there are some preventive measures. They are: eradication of infected bird is the best method of controlling the disease. Clean, scrub and disinfect poultry equipment and poultry houses on regular basis. Never raise chickens of any age-old litter used by the previous flock of birds. Then new birds should not be introduced immediately with the existing flock. Do not allow visitors to poultry houses, since they can transfer diseases from one flock to other through their clothing, shoes and unwashed hands. Prevent other birds like sparrow, pigeons and wild birds from coming in contact with the poultry birds, and this is the another one preventive measure. And the birds should be fed with nutritionally balanced diet and healthy feed. Properly dispose of all dead birds and older litter. Keep all the sick chickens away from the flock. It is also important to control arthropods, especially mites. Washing of bird's body with Dettol and silver nitrate or saturated solution of picric acid. Chickens should be vaccinated with a live embryo or cell culture propagated virus vaccine. These are the few important preventive and controlling measures of this disease, poultry pox. Coming to the next poultry disease, that is avian leukosis. This avian leukosis is also a viral disease which is caused by certain members of a leukosis or sarcoma group of avian retroviruses and can cause cancer in chickens. And infection with ALV means avian leukosis virus can cause tumor formation in the liver, spleen, bursa fibrosis are found occasionally in the kidney and sex organs. It means the cancer or a tumor occurs in the respective organs. And mode of transmission of avian leukosis. So there are different modes. They are as follows. The virus is not highly contagious and is readily inactivated by disinfectants. The virus can be vertically transmitted. It means passed directly from parents to offsprings. Hence, are able to shed the virus or viral components into the eggs. Horizontal transmission can also occur by the fecal or oral route. These are the few ways of mode of spreading of avian leukosis. Then what are the symptoms? Symptoms like loss of appetite, weakness, diarrhea, dehydration, weight loss, depression, enlarged bursa, sometimes an enlarged liver. Then infected birds may not necessarily develop tumors, but they may lay fewer eggs. These are all symptoms of avian leukosis. And what are the preventive and controlling measures? First one, eradication of infected bird is the best method of controlling the disease. There is no treatment for avian leukosis and affected chickens. There is no treatment. Hence, the prevention is better than cure. The disease can also be prevented by buying birds and eggs from reputed suppliers. Means there are some reputed suppliers. We have to buy the healthy chicks, young chicks from the reputed bird suppliers. That is the best way one can prevent earlier. And the disease will be carried by biting pests. Hence it is important to destroy all mites or biting flies and lice. These are the important preventive and controlling measures of avian leukosis. This is about avian leukosis, and coming to the last disease, that is coccidiosis. The coccidiosis disease is caused by a group of protozoan parasites like Coccidian of genus Emeria, namely Emeria tenella, Emeria acervillina, Emeria maximum, Emeria necatrix, Emeria mivati, Emeria mitis, Emeria precox, Emeria nagari. These are the some of the protozoan parasites or genus Emeria. All these a group of Emeria parasites cause coccidiosis. So this coccidiosis spread through various routes, that is mode of transmission. The infection is transmitted by fecal or oral route. After ingestion of sporulated oocytes or sporozoites are released that enter asexual and sexual cycles of development, resulting in the emergence of thousands of new oocytes in the intestines. The oocytes are distributed by fecus as well as they sporulate and become infective for the chickens. These are the some mode of transmissions. This is how the diseases spread. Coccidiosis disease spreads from one bird to other bird or one fowl to other fowl. And regarding symptoms of this coccidiasis concerned, severe diarrhea. This diarrhea contains watery, bloody or contain greenish mucus. Then depression, drowsiness, loss of appetite, weight loss, decreased thrust, decreased growth rate in the young birds, decreased egg production, ruffled feathers, depigmentation or pale skin, dehydration and death, inflammation of cloaca, blood stains in the area around the cloaca, reduction in the size of head. So these are all some symptoms of coccidiasis. Now coming to the preventive measures or prevention and controlling measures of coccidiasis. There are some methods which we can easily prevent the disease coccidiasis. They are: keep the premises means poultry house as dry as possible. Never introduce adult birds into your flock. Raise chicks in isolation. Mature birds can pass along diseases and parasites to vulnerable young birds. Provide clean water at all times. Provide clean bedding. Coccidia are spread through the fecus of infected birds. Provide good sanitation. Prevently or frequently check droppings for oocysts. Administration of sulfamethoxam in water for 2 days. Disease can be controlled to some extent. Administration of oxytetracycline in feed for 5 days. The disease can be controlled to some extent. These are some important prevention and controlling measures of the disease coccidiasis. So I conclude my session here. In this session we have studied about some of the poultry diseases like rannicate disease, foulpox, avian leukosis and coccidiasis. So these are the few diseases which we have learnt in this session. I hope all you understood well. Dear students, here I end up the unit 7, that is poultry. So I will come you with the new topic and a new chapter. Till then, stay safe. Thank you very much.